even lay down if you can and just get the consciousness of money, and let's see what we get about the topic of planting seeds. And we have already, we know you have planted your seeds already a long time ago, and you are constantly planting the seeds. But the majority of work you've done even the planting the seeds. They're already planted for you, by your ancestors, by the divinity, and it's not exactly the act of putting the seed into the soil that is needed here. And actually, nothing is here needed, but we want you to recognize your planted seeds and those that you maybe still want to plant, and you might be still standing in a little hesitation above the ground, thinking, well, do I really want that? And you might be consciously talking to yourself and talk yourself out of actually wanting those things, because you may be thinking, well, isn't that just not too much? Or as the channel was experiencing the other day, just the very same idea, thinking of a new house. And she had that thought that, but I don't need a house, right? Like I have already a roof over my head, so it's not something I need. So why would I need something bigger or something, more comfortable when I already have one? And she felt really a little bit confused at the time too, as why would she need that? And we just want to clarify that it's not about needing. The seeds that you are planting and that you have planted, even subconsciously, are not about your needs, because your needs are probably mostly met anyways. But what we're talking about is about your expansion. This is about what you want, what you desire. And literally, your wants are very small if you think about that logically, like a shelter of whatever nature, of some food, water, security, protection of a kind. So you are not fearing for your life every day, and you have all of those things. Your basics are met, and what you're desiring is and are things of your heart's desires. And we want you to know that those heart's desires have been planted into your heart, and they're coming through, and they're your callings from your soul, and they are important. And they are not important as to humans would understand the importance, like I need that something. That's not that important, but your need here is important because you want it. And what you want is important for your life, because you came here in your physical shoes. You're standing right now here because you came here for the expansion. So in a way, this is needed because you want it. And you want it because you came here to explore all of those things. And you did not come here to only fulfill your basic needs, and that's it. You came here to explore what's more possible. And this is it. So you have planted your seeds already, and please do not talk yourself out of them, because you might feel or have those kind of perceptions that are still of a limiting nature, that you might feel guilty that you're taking away from someone else, or someone else is not getting something because you are getting, or you shouldn't be greedy, or you shouldn't want to be rich or overly rich, as to that's not very good for person on a personal level, because then you go to um, places like um, not very good places, because you've been greedy, and you stole from people, and you took away their stuff, or you took more than belonged to you. And so these are the old beliefs. These are the limiting beliefs that are actually talking you out of planting your seeds. And you already planted your seeds. But what many of you actually do is kind of digging the seed out of the ground in confusion as to whether you should be planting the seed. And some of you are actually leaving it in the ground, but then stomping around, checking on the seed every day, watching whether it has grown or not. And what we want to emphasize right now in the planting your seed is that you've done that, and your job is done. And All that is needed from you right now is just to nurture the seed or the seeds. And it's not by checking on it every day whether it has grown, but nurturing it with your love, with your intention, with your open heart, looking forward in happy expectations as to when the seed is gonna bring fruits. But what many of the friends are doing here is actually like watching a teapot, and you put the water into the teapot and you put it onto the stove and you heat up or you turn on the stove, and a minute before the water gets boiling you just turn the heat down or you turn it off. And this is what many people have done frequently with their intentions, like watching the water to start boiling and then unknowingly undoing the work they've done before, just because there was no consistency in what you were doing. And when you plant a seed, you consistently nurture it and you patiently wait till it sprouts, and you do not watch over it all the time, because a sign of impatience is actually a sign of mistrust. And trust is the thing that we want to be talking to you today. And your trust is everything. And it's not even a trust, it's knowing that it's going to happen, that it's already happened. And you are only seeing the after effect. How we like to describe it, your manifestations are only shadows of the light that is the real you, and it's a mirror. It's only a um, a reflection of what is really going on. And what is really going on is that you already are wealthy, that you are abundant, that you are with all the wealth that you desiring. And just because you don't see it in your reality yet, you are questioning it. And then you start doubting and asking questions, and you literally undoing the work that you've done before. So when you're planting a seed, and you're doing it all the time, even unconsciously, when you plant your desires, first, we want you to make sure that your desires are valid, that no desire is too small or too big. It's not too greedy or too selfish. Everyone gets to have desires, and they have been planted into your heart on purpose. We talked of designing your entire journey and your life here on day one, and your desires have been part of the grand design that you are living right now. So why would you question them? Why would you negate them or deny them when they're already here? They are of God's making as well. You're not making them up. Your greedy heart is not making them up. There is no such a thing. They are purposely planted on your journey, on your path, for you to have an experience and learn and expand your life. They have been given to you, and you don't have to deny them. There's no need for that. So if you want 100 million, you want 100 billion. There is a reason for that. If you want a new house, there is a reason for that. Your entire life has led you to that very moment when you are desiring, you coming to understand that you are desiring those things and that they are sacred. And by you understanding that, by desiring Him, you're not taking away anyone else's portion of their wealth. We always talk about your soul's expression of highest wealth, your highest expression of your wealth. And we always say it's your soul's money. It's your soul's money. It's the soul's pie of worthiness that you are manifesting, that you are bringing into your experience, and it is no one else's money. It's not like there is a pie in the sky and everybody gets just what they get. Everyone has their own pie, and you get what you have put into it. Your higher self has created that pie for you, so to speak, and now you get to manifest it. And so you might be working in a capacity where you're charging people. You might be expecting people to pay you, and many of healers and many of the star seeds and the heart center entrepreneurs we see, they are actually not okay, not feeling okay yet with asking for that money. But we said that before, money is energy. You're asking for energy. You're asking for a return. And when you are denying that return for yourself, when you are blocking, when you are feeling awkward or all kinds of negative about that money coming to you, you might be creating resistance for the money to come in. And you don't have to feel this way, because your money is your money, and everyone has that pie and everyone has access to it and can demonstrate their own sovereignty in their wealth identity, so they can create and manifest. And it's just up to them whether they have awoken to that possibility or not. And we are not saying don't help people, don't support each other, quite the opposite. But what we are saying also is everyone is creating their own experience, whether knowingly or unknowingly, whether they remember who they are or they don't remember who they are. Not everyone has come here in this timeline with the intention to start remembering. You have come with that intention because you are remembering already. You starting remembering, you getting there, you absolutely tasting that freedom that your remembrance is bringing to you. But not everyone has to be there with you. Not everyone has to feel this way, and that's okay. There are many people who are serving you as the triggers that will awaken you in your life, and that's okay. That has been agreed before, so don't feel bad for anyone else. They are fulfilling the grand vision for this expression of life that is you and that you're creating, and everything is working out and is working together with you. So just so you know that you are supported, that you're supported in your awakening into your full power, so you can start creating. And with your example, but what you manifest, what you bring through, you giving permission for others to bring through as well. They get inspired. They will see that as permission to manifest for themselves. Not everyone, of course, but those who are meant to be inspired by that, they will be. So money money is energy. Money is uh, frequency. Money is not stagnant, and it needs to flow. And life is flow as well. Life is not stagnant. It doesn't stop for a minute. Have you noticed? There is no pause button on anything. It just goes and flows. And so life is an activity, so to speak. And so money does the same. Money is an activity. Money needs to flow and wants to grow like the plant. Plant doesn't stop growing just because you ask, or there's no like turn off button for the growth, and it will grow. It will grow and fulfill its circle of life. Money is fulfilling the circle of life and purpose as well. Money has a purpose, and you are giving the purpose to your money. Work with your money, give it your purpose. Tell the money what you want to do with it. Tell them the amazing, adventurous, joyful experiences that you want to have with it and why you require the money. What's your intention for it? Even when you want to create or make those 10K in this challenge, you could be very playfully setting an intention for yourself as what you would do with that money. But don't get attached. Don't get attached that it has to happen right now or within this challenge or in this timeline or within your kind of envisioned deadline. Don't even expect it to happen in a traditional way or in the way that you would think it's most probable to happen. The best way, how we see it, is if you could actually not think about that at all, not concern yourself because you planted the seed. And when you allowing, and you could be sleeping and allowing, and you could be playing with your children and allowing, you could be swimming in the sea and allowing, you could be dancing or painting or singing or joking or doing whatever pleases you, or cooking or cleaning your house, doesn't matter. But if you are joyfully entertaining yourself in that activity at present, whatever that is that you enjoy doing right now, you are allowing. You are allowing. And we know that you want to be allowing, but you've got to let that go. That want of allowing or thinking, I'm not doing something right here. Yeah, that's the energy that wanted to come through. Ooh. Okay, let's just continue with this, okay? Hmm. So what we are getting at with this is you allowing yourself to enjoy moment by moment by moment and having fun and allowing yourself to experience the joy that you came here for. That's it. And we know it might sound too simple, and many of you have been raised, have grown up, have come even to this challenge prepared with your willpower, with your determination, and your focus, and your powerful gaze into manifesting your desires into the future. And we need to tell you that the less you do, probably the more you allow. The less you do, the more you allow. Your intention is clear, is done, is set, has been planted. And now you let that go. Let that go. It's a circle. We're coming back to the beginning when you needed to let go of what was previously there, not serving you anymore. And right now you're closing another circle. Let that go. Let go of the insistence that something needs to happen. Because when you can demonstrate that you are happy, even without that thing not being here yet, that shows. It literally sends out the signal that you are in the frequency of your happiness and you are creating forevermore from that frequency of happiness without needing that thing to be in your possession, in your life, in your manifested reality. This is how you're gonna create from the fifth dimension as opposed to the third dimension, that is the 3D reality. Because in your fifth dimension, there is only love, there is only frequency, there is only bliss. And you are forever more happily expanding into that space, not from a place of neediness, but from a place of wantingness. There's a difference when you say, oh, I need something to happen, as opposed to when you say, oh, I would love that to happen. How much fun would that be? How cool would that be if I got there or got this? How much fun it would be if I made 10K in this challenge. And then you let it go. You're not attaching yourself to the outcome, to the emotional entanglement, because you're not attaching any sense of worthiness to that outcome, because it doesn't matter. Because when you know your worthiness, you know your fullness and your perfection, you don't care whether something is going to manifest or not. You don't need anything to prove your worthiness anymore. Because where you are right now, who you are right now, with all that you have, that you experienced, that you lived, that you achieved or not achieved, you are complete. You are as complete as it gets. You can't even grow more. You are everything. You are that is. There can't be more of you. You can't even get better. You are. You are right now, right here, joyfully expanding into the universe, expanding your consciousness, your wants, your desires, happily allowing them to manifest if that's what you're desiring. But just knowing that you will be expanding forevermore. There will never be a moment where you say, oh, I'm done. That's the end. It's finished. It's terminated. It's a never ending joyful ride. But you get to dictate how it goes. But just knowing that your expansion is not in the way of your manifesting, but that you are actually expanding because of all that you are living here. Do you see how it all makes sense? And one without the other would not exist and would not complement each other. What we're getting at with all of this is for you to realize that there is literally nowhere to go. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to be but right now, right here. And this very moment is all that you have. And in this very moment, you are everything that you ever will want to be. It's here and now. And what you're gonna create next, what you're gonna manifest next, is not gonna come from lack or need, but from your desire, from your joyous expansion and happy outward reach to explore. And your life can be like this as well. If you allow it, if you raise yourself to the fifth dimension, that is you. If you allow more of yourself to be present in every moment, if you tune yourself into the frequency where everything that you want is already it's already created. And in those moments, your limiting beliefs don't exist. Your limiting patterns don't exist. Your perceived blockages and resistance is melting away, don't exist. When you are creating and manifesting through your whole power, through your wholesomeness, you're experiencing greatest fulfillment and satisfaction. And everything else is working out. Are we complete for today? Okay.